Hi, Blue. How are you? I'm good. I'm going to actually put you on speakerphone if that's okay.
That's fine.
Okay, so I'm sorry that you couldn't be in the office today. Um, I just wanted to ask you, is Jai available, or would you be able to just kind of record this conversation and then you can kind of give him the information when he does get home, if he's available, if not available?
He's actually not available, so I was just going to record the conversation so I can show him when he got home.
Okay, perfect. Okay, and I knew that you had some questions regarding the birthing center, and if you would have time to get to the birthing center in time, and also just your questions regarding hospital stay and also home birth. So I'm just gonna go over some stuff with you regarding that, if that's okay.
Yep, that's fine.
Okay, so Blue, I just want you to know the goal for me is to share important based information, and it is totally up to you, Blue, to consider the options. Now, unless there are risks, of course, we will have a plan established before a baby is born to assure that you both are safe, whether you choose to have the baby at home or the birth center or at the hospital. You'll be able to have control, control either way, whatever you decide, just so you know.
Mm.
Okay, Blue, just so you are aware, there will um there will be informed consent at each location. Well, there should be. If there isn't, then if I were you, I will make sure that that is something that I do have established, because that will kind of depict the care and treatment that you receive. So just so you know, before baby is born, we will want all those forms kind of signed before services even are started. But we want that stuff signed and ready to go, just to kind of protect all parties involved, just so everybody is safe, and also that your choices and what you're choosing are being looked at as well.
Okay.
Just so you know, Blue, regards of the outcomes, newborns born in a birth center or at home, there is much more bonding time when you are at a birth center and at home. Just so you know, there's a little we. I guess I want to say people of those establishments focus more on the mother and child bonding with each other versus not having you guys together. We don't want you guys together. We want you guys together, not apart. We want you together at all times, because that
Okay.
bonding is significant for when baby does, start to get older in months. Just so you know,
Okay.
but um, especially with providing you with important information, taking the time with you and baby peacefully as possible. Like, like, I mean, taking the time with you guys as far as like making sure breastfeeding is on point, making sure your needs are met, baby's needs are met, making sure there's like no distress in baby or you. So there's a lot of good outcomes when it comes, to wanting to have the baby at home or in the birth center. And
Okay.
just so you know, studies have shown that maternal outcomes among all women who give birth at home or in a birth center are good and generally better than outcomes of women that deliver in a hospital. It is also said the minimal technology may prevent any complications, but Blue, some research findings with that can kind of depict how treatment goes as far as you, like I said, what you and baby needs are. Now, I know you're probably wondering, like, I know it's a lot of information, but it's just to make sure I'm answering all the questions that you had, and that that your concerns pretty much. So
Mhm.
with that being said, um, I think you will have more than enough, time to arrive and be at the birth center in time enough without anything going wrong in that time span for you to have baby. Excuse me 1 second, sweetie. Now I want to tell you too. Now that I want to get on the kind of the hospital aspect. Are there pros and cons of a hospital? In my opinion, um, I feel like the cons are there are not enough. It's not enough guidance. There's not enough privacy, and then there's not enough education. And that's my opinion when it comes to a hospital setting. I feel like it can seem a bit rushed. Is the word I'm looking for. But I want you to always have your sense of empowerment in your birth setting, no matter what setting that may be. So when it comes to the pros in the hospital, I want to just say, like, for instance, you can have leave the baby in the nursery while the nurses take care of the baby while you sleep. They have pretty much like education teachings that hospital social workers can give you, but there's really like nothing set stone in base that can actually leave you in a sense of knowing when you're leaving the hospital exactly what's going on with you and baby, because you're going to still have questions. Is my pick is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. So we don't want to separate you and baby. We want you and baby to actually have that bonding time together. We don't want to separate you guys. We always want you guys together. So when it comes to the hospital, I can kind of see where there will be ups and downs, and where people will kind of shy away from them if they're trying to have that sense of peace with their birth.
Okay.
Also, yeah, Blue, I wanted to tell you too. I just wanted to kind of just break it down and give you more of the pros and cons, even of a home birth and a birth center birth. Um, I just want to help you understand the pros and cons of both of them. But, well, the primary difference between home birth and home center birth is that birth and a birth center occurs within your midwife professional territory. So that's just, my space, but I still give you your piece and everything that you need. So to which I want to say, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought, but your midwife's professional territory is what I was saying. To which a woman comes to your territory, then that would make it your sense of space. That's your territory. So either way it goes, your birth will be respected. And when it comes to that, when I say territory, I don't want to make it seem like I'm putting my stamp on it. I'm just letting you know, like, um, your health and everything else is like vital to me. So I want to make sure that you get all that you need, and make sure there's nothing that I would have to do, like transfer you out or anything like that. Anything would occur, we wouldn't want that to happen anyway. That's nothing I'm worried about, but just making sure that you're safe.
Okay.
Blue, I also wanted you aware of the safety protocols that will be put in place and used if we need, if need to, meaning my team and I making sure you have a place of well, I want to say a birth plan in place before the labor actually takes place. Blue, I just want to make sure your health and the pregnancy are within normal limits when your labor do begins. So with that saying, any concerns that arise, or as soon as you feel like those contractions are gonna be like are coming and you're concerned, I just want you to know, like, I'm here and you're more than welcome to call the emergency line and just utilize that time if you need to, and we'll make sure we're able to accommodate you. So there will always be a team in place to communicate and provide appropriate care and manage any complications or concerns, if any, had arose. So Blue, with having such security measures in place, for example, observation, communication, data collection, and care, this identifies both reassuring of normalcy and deviates from normal. This way, anything occurs, this is a team in place to assure you receive the best care possible. Whereas, whereas to a home birth, I had already said that. I just want you to know, this is when a home birth, it is your territory. This is the power in each setting. So it's all you. This is all you, and we're just here to serve you. And definitely when it comes to that home birth. So whatever you had chosen, it's going to be definitely to support you and make sure you get everything that you need, all your needs. Just so you know.
Okay.
Also, I wanted to tell you too. Everybody that is dealing with your care, Blue, they are they're certified, skill, and practiced, just to make sure you get that good standard of care. They're all specialized in my end when it comes to being able to provide you the services at your home, whether you choose at home, whether you use me at your hospital, or whether you do it at the center. It's just, I want to be there to provide, offer the expert care, education, counseling, and support you. Also, not to mention, we want to make sure everyone is providing you with the best care. So if there's something you don't like, or if there's something that you don't agree with, then I just want you to make sure